China wants to be a peace broker in the Middle East. How has it responded to the Israel-Gaza war? When Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas visited Beijing in June, China vowed to contribute Chinese wisdom, Chinese strength, to resolve the long-standing conflict between the Palestinians and Israel. That pledge, coming on the heels of a Beijing-brokered rapprochement between bitter rivals Iran and Saudi Arabia, was widely seen as part of China's ambition to expand its diplomatic clout in the Middle East, a region traditionally dominated by U.S. power. A few months on, Beijing's offer to broker peace in one of the world's most intractable conflicts is being tested by a fresh outbreak of war between Israel and Gaza, after the Palestinian militant group Hamas launched an unprecedented surprise attack on Israel. So far, China's response to the crisis, which has left at least 1,200 Israelis dead alongside 950 Palestinians and thousands more wounded or displaced, has been a bland call for restraint from both sides, with no condemnation of Hamas for a rampage that unleashed the killing of civilians and kidnapping of hostages, including children and the elderly. Chinese leader Xi Jinping, who touted a Beijing-led security initiative for the Middle East as an alternative to the US-led system when he last visited the region in December, has yet to make any public statement on the conflict. Experts say this initial response may expose Beijing's limited influence in the region, despite official propaganda talking up China as the world's new peacemaker. China doesn't really have the experience or expertise in the region to make a meaningful change on the long-running, complex Palestine-Israel conflict, said Jonathan Fulton, an Abu Dhabi-based senior non-resident fellow at the Atlantic Council. You don't see governments in the region saying, "What's China's solution to this?" because they're not seen as a credible actor here yet. China's response. As condemnations against Hamas poured in from the United States, Europe and much of Asia, Africa and Latin America, Beijing refrained from calling out the group and sought to present itself as a neutral party in the conflict. In a brief statement Sunday, China's foreign ministry called on relevant parties to remain calm, exercise restraint and immediately end the hostilities. It repeated Beijing's support for a two-state solution to establish an independent state of Palestine as a way out of the conflict. Beijing's muted reaction to Saturday's rampage by Hamas has drawn pushback from Israel. Yuval Wax, a senior official at the Israeli embassy in Beijing, said his country expected a stronger condemnation of Hamas from China. When people are being murdered, slaughtered in the streets, this is not the time to call for a two-state solution, Wax told reporters Sunday, according to Reuters. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who was in Beijing for a bipartisan congressional visit, also expressed his disappointment with China's response during a meeting with Xi on Monday. "I say this with respect, but I'm disappointed by the foreign ministry statement showing no sympathy or support for the Israeli people during these tragic times," Schumer said, echoing criticism he had made earlier while meeting with China's foreign minister.